is that? What is that? Oh, shit. Yeah.
David Dino People says, "Hey Jack and my boy Rich, you guys should play Injustice 2. Now is the perfect time because The Flash just ended its season. Thoughts on the season finale, Jack?"
I actually have not been watching my garbage shows.
Your garbage shows?
You guys know I love my garbage shows.
You're just flat out calling them garbage shows now.
I love them.
Why are you calling it a garbage show?
Because it's a garbage show, but I still love them.
Some self-respect, goddammit.
I know when what I'm watching is schlock. I'm aware, but no, actually, I have not seen. I have not been watching The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Black Lightning, any of the DC superhero shows. I have not been keeping up on because now the good shows are on. Now The Expanse is back on. I've been watching this show on BBC America called Killing Eve, which is really great. Westworld is back on. There's like really good stuff to watch. And so over the summer, I'm oh, fuck you. I'm guessing that over the summer I'm going to run out of good shows to watch and pick up on my garbage shows again.
Okay. Chat, I know hate watching is a thing, but Jack had never hate watched Supergirl and The Flash before. He had legitimately enjoyed these things.
No, I still do legitimately enjoy them. I'm not hate watching any of them. I'm watching them because they're schlock, but they're not like good shows. You know? It's not like quality television. They're fun. They're fun shows. Can fun and good be different things? Yes. The answer is yes, of course. What's happening?
I don't know, you just did some teleporting stuff.
Yeah.
So is that a Zelda thing, or is that a new creation? That thing
Volga? That's a great question. I have no idea.
That's the name of the dragon from Ocarina of Time, right?
Oh, so now he's like a dragon guy. He was a dragon when I first came here. And he's spitting fire and shit. Come on. Die already.
Twilight Princess Volga? I do not remember this thing in Twilight Princess.
There we go. I defeated Volga. Give me my shit now.
It's Volvagia. Oh, okay. I guess he has a slightly different name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me my shit.
Feijoa Boa, if I'm reading that name right.
Feijoa Boa?
Feijoa.
Sure.
Okay. It says, "Hi, Rich. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Feijoa Boa.
Watching live for the first time to say thanks for introducing me to so many great games. Purchases made because of you guys, XCOM 2, an entire PS4, Bloodborne, HZ:D. Which one would that be?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn, yeah. Hand of Fate, my Switch, Zelda, Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Friday the 13th.
Oh,
well,
man.
You're welcome.
You did it.
Feijoa is a fruit? I'm an uncultured swine, and I'm not familiar with it. Pronounced Feijoa? Okay.
Sure, why not?
Rich, did you see the Bohemian Rhapsody trailer? For what? Didn't they do one for
the Freddie Mercury biopic?
Oh, no.
There's a Freddie Mercury biopic.
I was thinking that was like one of the Suicide Squad trailers.
Oh, the trailer with Bohemian Rhapsody in it. Right.
Right.
Of course.
So obviously, no, I haven't.
I have not seen the trailer. The rumor I've heard, and I don't know if this is true, but the rumor I've heard regarding Bohemian Rhapsody is they will not be mentioning his particular sexual preferences or AIDS.
Why not?
In the Freddie Mercury biopic.
Why not?
I don't know. This is just a rumor I've heard.
These seem to be big aspects of his story.
It's kind of like a big part of his life, and why he died so young, and yeah.
That's like a biopic of Jimmy Hoffa without any mention of the disappearance.
And then Jimmy Hoffa walked out his front door. Credits.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's true. I don't know if chat can confirm or deny. Let's find another way to hack through them. Okay.
The other members of Queen wanted a G-rated biopic and have Mercury die halfway through, and the rest of the movie be about them getting on without him. Oh. You know what? You just wait till the other members of Queen die, and then you
make a
movie
proper biopic. Absolutely. That's exactly what you do. Interesting.
That'd be like the Doors wanting, Jim Morrison not to play too heavy a role in the Doors biopic. Val, can you just, cut some of his lines down?
Can we just ease up on the whole Jim Morrison thing? Is that something we can do? Because, really get over it, right? Am I right? What?
No, I'm not telling the remaining members of Queen to die. I'm just saying you wait for that to happen.
Two very different things.
Exactly.
We're not wishing harm on anyone. We're just saying people die. People die and you just wait.
No gender toggle in the Queen movie. Oh, fucking get over it.
That might have been a joke.
Okay, you're right. That might have been.
That might have been a joke. That might not have been mean-spirited.
People get seriously bent out of shape over this shit.
I can't. I'm not naive. Like when I say I can't understand why people would be upset about a they in BattleTech.
Yeah.
Because I know
and
exactly.
that seemed like the dumbest thing in the world because you just don't use that option.
Oh, right. Well, it's like I get why people are upset because they're idiots. And, you're being different or you're placating to whatever. But it's just like, yeah, I don't get it because why does it affect you? All right. What do I need?
But you're right, that totally could have been sarcasm.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell with text.
And by the way, chat, it is very hard to tell when you're trying to get in on the joke with us and when you're being a total dickhead. So heads up. Because everybody likes to joke and everybody likes to, do that, but sometimes it's difficult for us to know. Just do your super. Just do your super attack. Fuck. There you go. Do your super, and then I can hit you there. There. All right. I gotta find I gotta find the super weapon, Rich. That is my job right now. There's a super weapon that will defeat vines. And that looks like something I can bomb. Okay, good. Shit. I can't open that. Where am I? Oh, ha, ha, ha. Any idea where the super weapon is, guys?
Jack, I had a game of this is a long time ago now.
Okay.
But I did really good in a round of Friday the 13th once.
Okay.
I had absolutely kicked ass and dominated. And afterwards, in the lobby, in the voice chat, one of the people who was upset at me started lecturing me on gender politics. Because I won, I was the enemy. Obviously, that meant I was an SJW. And even though I did nothing but play the game good, I beat him, and he's lecturing me how reverse racism is a thing. It was the most surreal thing.
This really happened?
This really happened.
Out of... Did you...
You know, let people still be racist, right? You know that. I'm like, I'm just sitting there thinking, what the fuck?
Like you didn't make a joke as Jason?
But it was just because he didn't like me. This meant, obviously, I'm an SJW.
Well, yeah.
And so when I read something in the chat, this is why I'm not sure if it's sarcasm or not.
Sure. True that. I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you. Man, people are messed up.
Wow, Rich still plays Friday the 13th. No, this happened like a year ago. It was a while ago now.
Sure. And by the way, speaking of Friday the 13th, I have been getting all of your messages about the single player campaign being almost ready. And I know that the single player campaign is going to be ready soon. Come on. Just do your super. I don't know if we're going to play it, though, just because we haven't been playing. I guess, Rich, sometimes people just got shit to say, and you were the one who was listening, right? That must have been bubbling up for a long time.
I don't think it was sarcasm, because he was, screaming.
Right, and he's just like, what were you doing before the game, man, to get your panties all in a knicker twist, man? Just... But hey, let's take Hyrule Forest. What?
Your toe hurts. You need advice. You could try and buy a nice foot massager, one of those hot foot spa things. That might help. It might not.
Yeah, I mean, toes. There's a lot. What? Toes?
You ever had an ingrown toenail?
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's the worst. It's the worst. When you have an ingrown toenail, it seems like everybody wants to step on your toe.
Oh, yeah, and it gets caught on everything. And it's hard to wear
your
shoes.
toe suddenly just becomes a magnet for all the things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you. Come on. I still haven't found the mega weapon that'll get me through the vines. And that's very upsetting to me. Great, we did it. We did it. We did it, everyone.
You're amazing, Jack.
I feel amazing. Jack Boomerang. Where? Yes, I know. Oh, I found it. I found it.
I gotta say, I do like that tunic. That blue swash, that scarf thing.
Oh, this.
It's a simple detail, but it adds so much.
capes, man. They're super powerful. You know, they're and it's just a comic book thing meant to show movement.
Yeah.
That's the only reason superheroes have capes is so they could draw like movement for heroes, and they'd have a greater sense. Like same with
That makes some sense.
Same with what do you like trench coats in old detective stuff? They gave them trench coats so when they were running, the trench coat could fly behind them, and everyone would know their movement. Right?
That makes sense.
Yeah, and it's the same for this. That blue thing dangling behind them. It's nice. It's real nice, man.
That should be an outfit in Breath of the Wild.
Ooh, someone's modded it already, I'm sure.
I haven't seen it if they have. I wouldn't mind this outfit in Breath of the Wild. I'd be down with that.
The scarf is pretty baller.
I know the shield has been modded in.
What?
That shield?
This shield?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, this outfit's pretty cool. I don't hate it. I do. I just in general, at least in Breath of the Wild, I do prefer the hero's garb. Oh, lady, settle down. Jack is 100% wrong about the purpose of capes on superheroes.
It's probably a joke.
I'm going to assume that this is an Incredibles joke, but I want to get over there.
You have to do it because you have the mouse. It's probably...
Oh, yeah, hold on. I'm gonna pause it real quick. I want to see what this imager link is. Where's my mouse now? Oh God! It's like a manga shit. That wasn't even a good joke. All right, back to it. Back to it. Okay. Big monster time. Manhandla. Where are you? Where are you?
True Blue Review says...
Are you not in here?
Hey guys, I went to see Deadpool 2 and thought it was pretty good and maybe better than the original. However, not only did the audience clap at the introduction of a character, but they also clapped at the trailers, specifically for Solo and Ant-Man 2. You can clap for a trailer. You know, I'm okay with clapping for a trailer.
Yeah?
Clapping at something stupid, though, during the movie,
But you're okay with clapping for trailers?
it's just a trailer. You don't go to the movie to see the trailer. That's something that happens before the movie. Before the movie, you can even have your phone out and dick around. I don't give a shit.
During trailers? Ooh, no, that's to me that's the start of the start of the theater experience.
The trailer?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to put that as soon as the lights go down, that shit goes away.
Okay.
I'm not giving an inch when it comes to phones and movies. That shit's out too much as it is. Okay, this way. There he is.
The Iron Deku?
The Manhandla.
That Deku is totally metal.
Whoa. Motherfucker. Alright, you know what? I'm leaving. Ow, fuck. There we go. Fuck. How's that? There we go. Get back here, you dink. Maybe I don't understand. Ah, here we go. There we go. I was like, I'm doing the thing.
Aren't there little bulby mouths usually like blue colored?
Dynasty Warriors.
All right.
That's what I'm gonna call. They're doing their own thing.
Little shop of horrors.
Feed me, Seymour. Oh, Little Shop of Horrors.
I know, it's a great movie.
Yes, it is.
Did you ever see the original ending?
No.
I don't know if that ever made it onto any of the special releases, but it was floating around bootleg for a while.
Okay.
The plants take over the world. Seymour gets eaten, Audrey gets eaten, and the plants take over the world. There's literally footage of giant plants rampaging like through the Manhattan streets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That is actually great. Oh shit.
It's on the anniversary Blu-ray. Okay.
Well, that's good. It needs to be somewhere. Where you going?
The original was better. I've never seen the Roger Corman Little Shop of Horrors. And I don't know how that one ends.
I don't know if I've seen it either. To be honest. Yes.
Speaking of Little Shop of Horrors, Rick Moranis is supposedly returning to acting. I mean, his kids, I'm assuming, are all grown by now.
Yeah. No, and he's returning to acting.
Wasn't that his whole point for stepping back and just wanted to spend time with his family after his wife died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, totally righteous reasoning.
Good man, that Rick Moranis.
Absolutely.
Why are they glowy silver?
They are a side mission.
Okay.
Shit, and I'm getting my ass handed to me. And so I think if I can defeat them, I defeat the side mission thing, but or I die and I don't do anything. I'm pretty sure he never really left. Rick Moranis? Yes. Yeah, he's Oh, but what is he coming back for? He's coming back for something big. Spaceballs 2. Spaceballs 2.
Wait, are they actually doing Spaceballs too?
Is that it? I think that's it. Is that it?
I've heard nothing about a Spaceballs 2. People are saying SCTV reunion.
Oh, is that it? Eh. Oh, that was Spaceballs 2. He came back just after Ghostbusters. Yep.
How old is freaking Mel Brooks?
Old. Does that help?
Last time I saw him interviewed, he seemed like he was in really good health, though.
Oh, he's still with it, but he's old. That's an old
Oh,
dude.
yes. They don't get much older.
Then Mel Brooks.
Like, he's old enough now that his oldest man in the world sketch makes sense. 2,000-year-old man, that was it.
Him and
Rob Reiner?
Yeah. This way.
I'm just thinking, could you get a 90-year-old back to do a movie? I mean, can you see him being in Spaceballs 2?
I don't know if he's acting anymore. Mel Brooks. He's still making shit, but I don't know if he's acting.
Carl Reiner, not Rob, yeah.
Oh, did I say Rob?
Yeah, and I agreed with you, so I am equally wrong.
Great. A Reiner. One of them
They're
Reiners.
father and son. It's close enough.
One of them Reiners. Come on, do your fireball thing.
True Blue Review, I see your tip, and while I think there's nothing wrong with it, I'm going to make a conscious choice to steer the conversation elsewhere. I think it's just wise.
You know, Rich, these are the calls that we have to make sometimes.
Yeah. But thank you. Just remember that George Miller made Mad Max Fury Road in his 70s. Yeah, but Mel Brooks is in his 90s. There's a 20-year difference there.
Oh, yeah. Not and we're not saying that Mel Brooks can't do it. He's just a very old man.
But he is an old man in very good health. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Generally speaking, he seems to be with it. All right. Go. All right.
Mel Brooks killed actual Nazis. Was Brooks a veteran?
Excellent question.
It is an excellent question.
That is an excellent question.
Fucking Christopher Lee, he killed Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
I never really thought about it. I guess it makes sense, but yeah, I never pictured him as a soldier, Mel Brooks.
Right.
But it makes sense. I mean, killing actual Nazis, that gives you just bonus points in life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's like free breakfast anytime.
No, chat, I have not played DayZ, but I have heard there's a new Dead State game coming out.
A new Dead State game.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know what that means.
Dead State was a downloadable game. I think it's on Steam now, too, but I think originally it was just on the Xbox 360. And it was kind of like an open-world zombie survival thing.
Oh, okay.
And something felt missing. It felt just shy of a complete experience, but there was something there.
Okay.
I might be thinking of State of Decay. You sure it's not Dead State? Hold on.
Important questions.
I have an internet machine in front of me.
You do. Figure it out. Oh.
Oh yeah, it's State of Decay. I thought it was called Dead State. I seriously did. It's State of Decay. State of Decay 2 is coming out.
Well, there you go. I think any kids who were like really into Breath of the Wild and then play this got very got a little culture shock with this lady and her extreme boobage.
It's fine.
Oh, it's fine, but I could just see like, oh, another adventure of Zelda or another adventure of Link. Oh, la hamana. What was that word we were using before? Fan service.
Oh, chat, it's only the Mandela effect if I think I came from an alternate universe where the game was actually called Dead State. Otherwise, it's just faulty memory, which is what I'm going with.
Far more likely.
Yeah. It's far more likely that than I came from an alternate dimension where it was called Dead State.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here, I think we're getting in. Oh, yep. Look. Here's the different dimensions. There's Twilight. There's Skyward Sword. Now we're getting into the different dimensions.
Don't start with that Mandela effect bullshit. Look, that Mandela effect bullshit is fun bullshit. It's fun bullshit.
It's silly. It's very, very silly. Is what it is.
Can I ask, is it common for anybody to have thought that Mandela died in prison? He was on TV a lot growing up in the 90s. He was. That doesn't change the fact that some people claim to remember otherwise. And obviously they're misremembering, but...
had already claimed the Triforce of Power. From Link, she stole the Triforce.
I guess believing you're from an alternate dimension and you cross over at some point without knowing is better than admitting you're just a idiot who couldn't watch the news throughout the entirety of the 90s.
No, that doesn't sound right. I definitely remember that. That's great.
Lana explained to the others that a gate of souls had been opened in each of these eras, and it was through these gates that the monsters came. By opening these
Those orbs hit her right in the fan service.
imprisoned in each of the other eras. The task before the heroes was therefore to travel through each portal and close.
Yeah, no, I can't be wrong. I must be jumping through realities again. That's Mallratco, right? Like, I love the idea of someone just being so stubborn that they're so unwilling to admit any sort of fault.
To close their gate and return safely.
That's great. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Got a new book. Okay. Great. the things. No, I'm perfectly fine to admit when I'm wrong, Manslew, because I know I'm wrong oftentimes, but I don't think I've ever admitted that.
So often.
I don't think I've ever admitted or I've ever said that I'm from an alternate universe where I'm right all the time. I just say things that are wrong all the time. That's two very different things. Oh, well, we're definitely going to Twilight Field. Then we can get Midna.
Oh, okay, so you get to choose where you go. You can't bring any character in any map.
They have a.
It looks like you already have Midna there as an option.
They have free mode where you can just play any character.
Oh, okay.
Then there's adventure mode, which is really neat, and that's just kind of like little adventure mode and challenge modes are basically just like little challenges.
Okay.
So yeah, you can do stuff with that. I'm doing the story mode.
Okay.
And so here, like it tells you, like in this, if I go to the Skyloft, I can play as Link. If I go to Twilight Field, I can play as whatever her name is, and
but not Midna?
Booklet. My guess is if I go, I'm hoping if I go here, I unlock Midna to play in the next one. That's my hope. But here, this is just where everyone's weapons are. Who the heck is that? Agatha. Classic. Oh, okay, we got some badges, little upgrade stuff. Okay. See, now here's all your attacks, Rich, and I know this is where you get really excited of the vast amount of combos.
Okay.
You see, you can either do Y, 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 or YX, or YYX, or YYYX. That's what I just unlocked. So
Okay.
So that's pretty exciting. Pretty excited about that.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't feel like combos matter. It's like no matter what you do, you swing your sword in a large 360-degree arc that knocks over everything. So it seems like the combos are just kind of meaningless flair.
It's yes.
Okay.
But it's fun.
Okay.
It's fun flair.
I don't fault anybody for liking this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for me, I think this I would have gotten tired of this an hour ago.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. And I hear that. Do this for every single one of them? Oh, I do.
For every single what character?
Yeah, for every single character I have to go to their attack badge,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the world is not fair. I really love the dynamic of shitting on things that Jack likes and Jack being completely okay with it. It's gone the other way. Jack, if you'll remember, was not very fond of XCOM 2.
I was okay with XCOM 2.
Okay.
Just, I was not very fond of God of War. That was something that I shit on that you enjoyed quite a bit.
And I've been okay with it.
Because we're
adults.
And Rich and I have different tastes. And, knowing that Rich doesn't like this doesn't wreck my enjoyment of it. I'm still having a great time playing it. That's how taste works, Where is... Oh, here's a link. Yeah, and I'm going to be okay with that. When we have our battle tech review, my guess is Rich and I are going to disagree on a lot of things. On a lot of things about Battletech. As I'm not having a very good time playing it at all. and that's okay. Just in case we get to play as Mid. Now let's upgrade some of her stuff. Alright. Great. Great.
War of the Chosen is schlocky nonsense. I think I've said elsewhere that the worst part about War of the Chosen is giving the enemies a voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've been very vocal about that.
I've been vocal about that.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
Lana's sorcery could not reveal who or what was causing the twilight to cover Hyrule so completely. She soon came upon a small village beset by monsters. Her mission to close the Gate of Souls would have to
Yeah.
wait.
I think you've openly talked, like, even though it's the cast of Star Trek: The Next Generation, it's just not good, right?
Wasn't the cast of Star? Oh, it was Marina Sirtis' the voice. I didn't even remember who was the voice.
And Worf was the.
Was it Michael Dorn or was just somebody doing that style? No, wait, Worf was one of the people. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're right.
And Jonathan Frakes, right?
I don't even remember. I think it was Marina Sirtis.
Yeah, and I think it was Maria Sirtis, Michael Dorn, and Jonathan Frakes.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was Frakes. I didn't even remember that aspect.
Because you hated the voices.
I mean, not the voices themselves, just the dialogue. It's like XCOM didn't need that level of schlock.
Yeah. Who else was in it? The Frakes and.
Q. Q was the psychic guy.
Oh, okay. Well, then, there you go. There you go.
I completely, my brain just completely forgot about that. It's weird.
That is weird.
We need to push for a Beyond Belief revival with Frakes. I'd be down with that. You ever watch Beyond Belief?
No.
Fact or Fiction? It was one of those horrible Fox shows hosted by Jonathan Frakes. Where
Okay.
Each week there would be like 3 or 4 supernatural stories, and some of them were fake. But other of these supernatural stories, Jack, were true.
Oh.
And then you had to figure out which of the supernatural stories they talked about were fake, and which of the supernatural stories they talked about were true.
Wait a minute.
It was the easiest show ever.
Yeah.
That was back in the days when Fox was doing like Alien Autopsy.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
I think Alien Autopsy is specifically what spawned Beyond Belief. Fact
Oh,
or
yeah.
Fiction.
Alien Autopsy was pretty dang popular back in the day.
Yeah.
Come back here.
If you want something that's in the same style, but there's like 90% less bullshit. There was a show on some cheap cable network. It wasn't a very expensive show. It might have been like FX or something. I don't really remember. But I think the show was called Dark Matters. And it's like every episode, it's like they had recreations, cheesily done recreations of unethical science experiments from the past.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Dark Matter is like a sci-fi channel show.
Dark Matters, Twisted but True. It might have been on Sci-Fi. I don't remember what channel it came on, but it's the show is so fucking cheap.
Uh-huh.
And the actors they get for the recreations, it is so amazingly cheesy. But it's good stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm down.
like unethical or weird science. Like I think there was a segment on this one guy who famously tried to weigh somebody when they died, so they could figure out how much the soul weighed.
Really?
That's a real thing.
That's incredible.
He would get dying people, and he would have like the deathbed was like some fancy scale, and he would wait for them to die, and he wanted to see how the weight changed on the corpse, and that was how much a soul weighed.
I love it. I love it.
Right.
That's great. That's just crazy enough to be weird. Yeah, I'm with you. That's absolutely crazy. I officially approve. You know why I officially approve?
No.
Is because that actually is a little scientific.
Yeah. No, some of it's actual science shit. Like,
Well, I mean, that is actual science. Like, I want to see if there is a soul, and so, like, let's weigh it. Obviously, there's other ways to prove that, but I love that he applied the scientific method to absolute nonsense. That's great. That's absolutely great.
I don't remember if this is on that show or not. But there was something else. It was another kind of weird science thing where there was some kind of medical affliction going on, some kind of epidemic, and this one doctor was convinced it wasn't a disease. It was something dietary. It was like people weren't getting enough fruit because they changed something with like the corn. It's like people weren't getting the right vitamins, and it was a dietary deficiency.
Okay.
And I think they tried to prove it wasn't a germ. It was like they took somebody who had this affliction, and they just like they would literally do whatever to try to get infected from him. Like take some of his spit and like take a swab it around their mouth and whatever they could to try and get an infection.
Yeah.
And then when they don't get an infection, that was their like proof that look, this isn't an infection.
Yeah.
This is something dietary. And I think that was another segment on Dark Matter.
All right. I like it.
And so it was like this whole party they had were like eating little chunks of this guy's, what, and just whatever they could think of to try and get all the people at this party infected with this epidemic. To prove that they couldn't get infected because it wasn't an infection.
Right. That's great. Dark Summoner. Shit, Rich. Where's the Dark Summoner? Okay. That must be the green one.
All right, what's going on?
I gotta find the Dark Summoner and defeat the Dark Summoner.
Okay. Is the Dark Summoner making the things from the different Zelda games appear?
I don't know.
All those flying Lizafulls from Twilight Princess. Those were great. I don't know why you didn't fight more of them. Those were fun fights in Twilight Princess.
Sure. No, I gave up on Twilight Princess so early on. I didn't have it in me. There he is. I didn't have it in me to defeat to finish Skyward Sword.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you never finished it?
No, I didn't get very far at all.
I finished it. I was just underwhelmed.
Sure.
Speaking of weird science, thoughts on Oingo Boingo. their song Weird Science is great. Oingo Boingo is great. Do you have any thoughts on Oingo Boingo?
They're great.
For anybody who doesn't know, it was Danny Elfman's band
Yeah,
back in the 80s.
I'm cool with Oingo Boingo. For anyone who doesn't know, Danny Elfman is a famous composer. I assume all the kids, none of the kids know who Danny Elfman is.
Skyward Sword is the worst Zelda? Are we talking 3D?
I think we are.
I don't think it's that bad, but
I did not have.
I don't think the game's that bad, but it might be the worst Zelda 3D.
Yeah.
I say 3D because I haven't played a lot of the 2D ones that are on like the handhelds.
Oh man, those are fantastic.
I haven't played like the Oracle games. Or...
Sure, and those are fantastic. I will hear no ill talk about those games because I think they're great. I know you haven't played a lot of them. You would actually probably really like a lot of them because I know you are a fan of Link to the Past.
Yeah.
So you would actually probably really enjoy.
I probably would. I didn't really have or use handhelds back when that shit was coming out.
Right. Agatha is fleeing. Why is Agatha fleeing? Gosh dang it. Agatha, where are you?
For the people who don't like Twilight Princess, I know I used to be all up that game's ass.
Yeah.
I replayed it like a year ago now, maybe less.
Okay.
I didn't like it near as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it. I loved it at the time. I absolutely loved it at the time, but it has a lot of problems.
I do suggest that maybe you'd find it more enjoyable. Anybody who hates it, if you actually played the GameCube version that doesn't have the motion controls.
Oh, and I actually like the motion controls.
Yeah?
Yeah. I thought the motion controls were a strong point of the game. It's just so front-loaded with all that bullshit. Every time you're a wolf, it's bullshit.
So the motion controls are so annoying in Skyward Sword because that shit always needed to be recalibrated. You get a couple swings, and then suddenly Link's holding his sword behind his back, trying to wipe his own ass with the sword. And you gotta recalibrate.
Ah.
And Fi was obnoxious. The talking sword woman.
Yeah, she was. All right, I'm coming. Where are you, Miss Lady Pants? There you are. Yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot not to like. Like I said, I did not finish it. I didn't get very far because I disliked so much of it.
What's my opinion on Wind Waker? It's up there.
Oh,
Might
God.
be the second best 3D Zelda.
Yeah, I'd give you that. After Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I'd absolutely give you that. No doubt. No diggity.
And this is just 3D ones, because if we're talking 2D, I haven't played them all, and honestly, Link to the Past is up there. It's really up there. But 3D ones, Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker, and now I'm not sure what I put third anymore. That used to be Twilight Princess. And I'm not sure. After the last time I replayed it, and I was super underwhelmed.
Dog Link is really weak.
Dog Link sucks, yeah.
Yeah. After you get done with all that stuff, and you can just roam around as normal Link, it's pretty dang good.
But the combat's still bad.
Oh, I liked a lot of the combat in that. Yeah, there's good dodge rolls, parries. Like I thought the combat was pretty nice.
And I think the combat in a lot of the 3D Zeldas is a little bit lackluster.
The other good thing about Twilight Princess, and I'm not disagreeing that it's not third, is Midna herself. I fell in love with Midna as a character.
Yeah, she's fine.
I absolutely.
She's a good character.
Yeah, I loved her.
She's the best out of Link's sidekicks.
Yes. Okay, wait. Shit. Yeah, she's just the best. She's just the best. I had many emotions at the end of Twilight Princess when it was the time for emotions to be had. Come on. So that's a strong point, but man, is that a slow start. If you replay Twilight Princess now, it is a slow dang start. And so many cutscenes, so much malarkey.
I should probably replay Wind Waker because I cannot for the life of me understand why everyone loves it so much when it just feels like middle of the road Zelda. Oh, no. What does Wind Waker have going for it? It's got some good dungeons from what I remember.
It's got not only good dungeons, but Wind Waker has real exploration. I dug the shit out of all of the and I know like that's the part people hate the most is this. Nope, fuck.
There was a whole lot of sailing.
Yeah,
and a lot of the hugeness of the world is an illusion generated by the amount of sailing you do.
Yes,
but typically there was at least one interesting thing to discover in each and every little segment of the map.
Yes,
one weird kooky island that had something interesting about it. Or some neat item you could find. And or some kind of wrecked ship that had treasures you could get when you fight. There was something interesting in every sector.
Yes, and it really felt like you were discovering them. Like I everybody shit on the sailing. Everybody shit on the sailing. And I could just sail around all day. It felt like a fully realized world where, like it had its little... the beetle on his little boat that you'd come across, the mail carriers.
I'm agreeing with you, but you can admit, right, that a lot of the epicness of the Wind Waker world is an illusion generated by the vast amounts of just
emptiness.
Ocean.
Yes.
Okay.
And I hear that point, but I will gladly suspend my disbelief.
Okay.
It's easy enough for me to just suspend it and go, it's
good exploration.
Good exploration.
Some good dungeons.
Good dungeons, really good combat. I like the combat. I thought that it was simple and on point. The whole like when their weapon glows, you spin around them to hit a mega blow attack was on point. Where am I supposed to?
Ultimately it's a superficial thing, but the animation is so good.
It looks beautiful.
The animation is so amazing.
Yes.
And it's got one of the best towns in the series, Windfall Island.
Yep. Yeah. Also, really excellent supporting cast and little story. I love the start of Wind Waker because they make it personal right away. It's not like you're the in Wind Waker, you're not like the hero of Destiny who's fighting because it's Destiny.
You kind of are.
No, in the start of Wind Waker, what are you doing?
That's the start of every Zelda. You're humble, except for Breath of the Wild.
No. The very first mission of Wind Waker is you're just rescuing your sister.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that's what starts you on. I mean, sure, yes, you are.
It does morph into you are the hero
of course, but the choice to go on the adventure was a selfless act for your sister.
Okay.
And they set up her as a character.
It was personal, so you were more invested in the reasoning
right off the bat.
Okay.
And then, like, oh, I just so happened to be the hero after that. Great, that's fine. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I loved the Deku leaf gliding around. That was beautiful.
Last year you said that Wind Waker had your favorite Link and possibly best Ganondorf. Which one, me or Jack? Because I love the Wind Waker. I think my favorite Link goes to Breath of the Wild because they sidestep the hero's journey, which I am kind of just sick of at this point, and they just flat out say you're a well-trained badass when you start the game.
You're a knight.
No, you're a knight. You were the biggest badass, and that's why they made you the royal protector because you're a good fighter.
Yeah.
And no, I'm just starting from scratch, They gotta go on that hero's journey. Breath of the Wild, they just cut out all the bullshit. No, you're great.
Yeah.
So I like the Breath of the Wild Link.
Wind Waker, top tier Ganon.
I might agree with you there, yeah. Yeah, best Ganon, Wind Waker.
Yeah. Yeah, it's left the battlefield.
Where's the underdog element then? You're a badass in Breath of the Wild, but you're fighting a god. So there's still an underdog element to it.
And you're fighting like an unstoppable monster horde
Right.
that revives themselves every once in a while.
You're still the underdog.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is battling with Hyrule forces. Okay. Shit. I'm probably supposed to go over there. Where's my flute? Where's my flute at? And I know, we're talking a lot of 3D Zelda right now because Rich hasn't played all the 2D Zeldas, but like there's a lot of good in those 2D Zeldas too. There's a lot of fun stories. My favorite part of all those 2D Zeldas is just the puzzles.
Yeah.
The puzzles and the dungeons in those games are the best.
Also, going back a little bit.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Another reason you're still the underdog in Breath of the Wild is you did already get your ass kicked.
Let's not forget
with the backing of an entire fucking army.
And magic robots and spells and the sword that seals away the darkness. Yeah, you still lost.
And now you got to try again without any of that shit. you don't have the army of Hyrule anymore.
Yeah. That's actually like something I legitimately keep loving about Breath of the Wild is like you failed. You're done, kid. Get out of town. What am I? Keep saboteurs up here. Oh, shit.
What is it with Nintendo games where you fight the same villain over and over again? That's not just Nintendo. I mean, that's a lot of things. G.I. Joe's always fighting Cobra. He-Man's always fighting Skeletor. So it's not just Nintendo. And I gotta say, if you weren't fighting Ganon, wouldn't it be a letdown? Like, a lot of people are Twilight Princess. There's people who are upset you don't fight Zant at the end. Like, Zant isn't the main villain. I always thought Zant was kind of lame.
Zant.
The big guy with the gecko head that jumped around and made silly noises. They're upset he wasn't the final villain of Twilight Princess.
Oh,
the
yeah?
goofy thing that went like...
They were upset?
There's people who wanted him to be They were upset when Ganon showed up.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I remember that Ganon fight being a good fight, too, in Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
Because that's when, like, you get the light arrows. Yeah, there's some fun in that fight.
Is there anything to look forward to this stream, or is it just this? Well, if you aren't enjoying the game or our conversation, I'm sorry.
Then no.
Then no.
Yeah.
Your princess is in another castle.
Yeah, sorry, man. We can't help you today. We just can't help you today.
I was upset when Zant went from being a real villain to a goofy-looking thing that jumped around. Yeah, I never liked his look in the first place, though. I just thought that gecko head was just kind of stupid-looking. That's it's a personal preference issue, I guess. But
yeah.
Well, like it or not, Ganon is kind of the iconic villain in the series.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's not the villain, for better or worse, it's going to feel like a side story, like an offshoot.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of the handheld ones.
Yeah.
And, they kind of are offshoots. Which, again, I'm okay with.
But Ganon literally becomes a pig. I was never a fan of full-on pig Ganon. I don't know why they never used Pig Wizard Ganon.
Pig Wizard Ganon.
Pig face, but just kind of big, bulky with a robe, like he looked like in the end of the original 2D Zeldas.
Oh, sure.
Monstrous, but still humanoid. I don't know why they don't go back to that Ganon for 3D. But yeah, like the final form in Breath of the Wild, I hate that Ganon.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's a terrible design and a terrible fight. But I think most people will tell you that the Ganon fight in Breath of the Wild's kind of a letdown. I don't think that's a novel opinion to have. What about Majora, Rich? It's pretty ominous. I'm like the one who hasn't played Majora's Mask. I'm the guy. So I don't really have any experience with Majora.
Yeah, I couldn't get through Majora's Mask. That's up on my list of stuff that I want to replay and enjoy just because I know everybody does. But I haven't. Shit. My flute.
Link Between Worlds. The handheld. I haven't played it. I haven't played many. I think the only handheld Zelda I've played was Link's Awakening.
Oh yeah?
I think that's the only one.
That's old school. That's an alright one. They were trying to cram a whole lot into a small package with Link's Awakening.
I never really had handhelds. It's not something I sought out.
Yeah, I've played all the handhelds, and loved. I mean, maybe all of them. They're just adorable. They're just adorable. No, this way.
Favorite Zelda weapon from any game? Do you mean... I'm assuming you don't mean favorite weapon that Zelda has used, but just favorite weapon in the Legend of Zelda series? I'm gonna be really fucking boring, and you're gonna hate me for it. I'm just gonna say the Master Sword. It is, because it is. That's just my honest answer.
And I think that's fair. That's totally fair.
I know it's boring, but that's my honest answer.
It is boring, but, we'll take honesty, Rich. We'll take honesty here.
That said,
yeah,
I wish they used it more, but in Twilight Princess, Oh, I love the double hook shot. Navigating
Yes.
with the double hook shot
Yes.
is fucking great.
Agreed. Super agreed. Super agreed. That was great. In Wind Waker, that the giant skull hammer that you get. Obviously, you know me and hammers.
Yeah, I know.
But I thought it was awesome. I thought it was awesome, because it's obviously, like one of those weapons where it has a use outside of combat, but you could also use it in combat if you wanted. I love that. Love that skull hammer.
The spinner would have worked better as a single dungeon gimmick than a full-blown item. Yeah, it probably would have.
Oh, the spinner.
It's not like they used that damn thing outside of that one dungeon anyway.
Yeah. Oh no! Fuck.
And that's one of Twilight Princess's and a lot of the Zeldas. It's one of their weaknesses. The fun items are useless outside of their dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah. Except for Breath of the Wild.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the benefit of just giving you all of the items
Right away.
right from the get-go.
Yeah, they don't fuck around. Here's your bombs.
If you had to earn those for various like divine beasts, then they couldn't guarantee you'd have it when you were over here, and so
Yep.
they wouldn't use it over there. But by just giving you all of the items, that's not what they call them. What do they call them? The applications, the
Ancient.
your freaking Sheikah Slate apps.
Yeah. Your apps.
By just giving them to you from the start, you can sidestep all that shit and just design the whole game knowing that the player already has all the shit.
Yeah.
And it's not an issue.
Yeah.
Runes. Thank you, chat. The runes. We all know they're Sheikah Slate apps, though.
I like calling them apps. I like calling them apps because then in my mind, at one point, someone had to like pay for them. Like they're not free apps either. Supported by ads. I like that idea. All right, great. We're doing great here, guys. I feel like we're making good progress. Map's all blue.